BL Manhwa. A world full of love, angst, and beautiful men who make us feel things we probably shouldn't admit in public. But you know what's not beautiful? The absolute heartbreak of wasted potential. Today, we are talking about some of the biggest disappointments in BL Manhwa. Omagaverse without babies would be the biggest disappointment in any BL Manhwa for me. This specifically applies to a couple that can have children. No, we're not talking about you, darling. I mean, the entire concept of Omegaverse is pregnant men. So why would you deprive me of this? We didn't read 50 chapters of you and your confused alpha to not be rewarded with cute babies. Excuse me, where are the babies? Smyrna and Capri held off the baby for so long. I swear, if they didn't show that baby before the season ended, I would have cried. The same thing also happened in Instant Family. And that wasn't the only disappointment in the manhwa. They also had an off-screen wedding. So at the end of Instant Family, there was a proposal and it was implied that the wedding was coming, but we were never shown the wedding. You included us in your wedding prep, showed us your needless anxiety over the concept of marriage, the proposal, but you left us out of the actual event. I object. Something else that also really disappoints me is cut out mature scenes. Let us start what we have come into the room to do. Okay, hear me out. I'm not saying every single manhwa needs explicit content. But if you're going to imply it, commit. Why would you show us all the bruises, kiss marks, hickeys, and scratches all over the bodies of our characters the morning after, but not show us how they were made? Explain yourself. This makes sense when you're reading the all ages version of a manhwa. But why would the mature version do this? Who are you protecting? Us? Do you know who we are? We came here for a reason. Please include us too. You know something else that really bothers me or disappoints me? It's when a really terrible family member or friend does not get killed off or does not meet some kind of punishment that matches all the evil they have done to the main character. Nothing, and I mean nothing, boils my blood. Like a villainous family member who is just too evil for no reason, and somehow they just keep getting away with it. Like, why is this terrible uncle still breathing? Why is this evil and manipulative friend not spontaneously combusting from all the hatred in their soul? I'm not asking for much. Just one tiny cosmic punishment. One little oops, I fell off a cliff moment. Anything. Why don't more creators do this? It's just fiction, by the way. Why is the top allowed to have a schlong that reaches his chest, but evil people cannot get punished? In Blue Project, Mino's friend, I never cared to learn his name, betrays him and sells him out to criminals who try to kidnap him. When this same friend gets into trouble with this same set of criminals that he sold Mino out to, Mino goes back to help him. Why? That single act of betrayal from this his so-called friend ruined Mino's life completely, and he's still suffering for it in the latest chapter of the manhwa, where he's still held hostage by these same criminals at last. I have a review of this manhwa available on my channel. You can check it out, or you can read the manhwa itself. I will drop the link to this and every other manhwa I will mention in the description box. I promise you, you will love this manhwa. Okay, another major disappointment to me is side stories with angst. Side stories are meant to be extra panels of fluff, showing us how disgustingly in love the characters are after the ending of the manhwa. They should be a reward, not a punishment. Side stories are also a great opportunity to explore the side couples and other side characters in the manhwa. But instead, some creators decide, you know what would be fun? More trauma. Why? In Kiss Me Liar, there was absolutely no need for Yeon-woo to have an accident and completely forget his son. Another major disappointment would be great art and trash plots. I am sure we have all been there. Maybe you saw an edit of a character on TikTok or stumbled upon a profile picture with a particularly attractive character. You get the source and realize it's practically bland. It's the ultimate betrayal. You can't even drop it because it's too pretty, so you just suffer scrolling through panels like, at least it looks nice. A good example of this would be, insert your favorite disappointment here because we all have one. Broken world building gets me every single time. We came here to read two men falling in love, but somehow I'm learning the elaborate art of corporate espionage, or human trafficking, or fantasy war, or any other thing that is central to the manhwa's world building. Like, the author sat down and said, you know what this romance needs? A 10-chapter explanation on government corruption. If the plot gets so complicated that I need a whiteboard and conspiracy theory strings to keep up, you've lost me. I'm also not that bright, so side couples doing better than the main couple disappoints me so much. In fact, in that situation, I would rather we did not have side couples, because there are a lot of successful and lovely manhwas that do not have side couples. But do not put me in a position where the main couple is going through it emotionally and mentally, but the side couples are having the time of their lives. And there you have it, folks. The biggest disappointments in BL manhwa, according to me. Have you ever experienced any of these soul-crushing letdowns? Let me know in the comments so we can suffer together. If you enjoyed this video so far, please leave a like and subscribe. I make videos on BL manhwas. I would love you to watch them. Or don't. You have free will. Bye!